Welcome everyone as we prepare for Shabbos Parashat Chukat. Parashat Chukat is a parsha that's jam-packed with a lot of activity in it, but we're just going to focus on one pasuk in the beginning of the parsha when it talks about the paraduma, the red heifer. There, the pasuk tells us very innocently, Kol kli patuach asher ein bo yisomid pasel alav tamei hu. That any kli, any vessel that's open, that doesn't have this kind of sealed top on it, it's going to become tamei. So we're just talking about that the laws of tum and tara, of things that are pure and impure, from a dead body, which is the most unpure thing that there is. That if you have a certain type of earthenware vessel, as Rashi and the Rambam explain, that it doesn't become tamei from the outside. In other words, if usually something that is a vessel that is touched by a corpse or whatever it is, that's going to become tamei. But over here, the kli vessel, the earthenware vessel, is very specific that it only becomes tamei, it only becomes impure if the tuma, the impurity somehow can enter it. But if it's closed and sealed, even if it's totally surrounded by tuma, by impurity, it won't become tamei until the actual impurity reaches inside of it. So nowadays we don't really deal so much with tuma and tara, with impurity. We don't have a paraduma. But the Baal Shem Kodesh teaches us that every single pasuk has a practical application nowadays. There's a lesson to be learned from this. So what's the lesson to learn from this pasuk? What's the lesson to learn from the special laws of the earthenware keli? So I think that the possibility might be that, look at the name of the vessel itself. It's a kli adama that's made out of earth. And of course, the man's name is Adam, because he's made from earth. Like we learned in the beginning of the Torah, that Hashem took dirt from all over the world, brought it together, and he made Adam from it. Adam Rishon is created from the very earth itself. So maybe the Kli Adama is kind of giving us a hint to the person himself, that a person, even if he's surrounded by negativity, as long as he's sealed, doesn't let that negativity enter into himself, he's going to remain a pure person. But the second, that even if the law of the earthenware vessel is that if a little piece of negativity of that tumah goes inside the vessel, even if it doesn't touch it at all, as long as it enters the airspace of the tumah of the vessel, it becomes tamei, it becomes impure. And that's specific only to the earthenware keli. But if it's sealed, nothing can come in. Just the fact that the negativity enters the airspace, even if it doesn't touch it, it's already absorbed into the earthenware vessel. And we all know that once something is absorbed into the earthenware vessel, it's exceedingly difficult to remove it. And that's the lesson, that we have to keep the negativity away, totally outside. We can't let it enter into ourselves at all. We have to remain sealed, like a sealed vessel, that even if it touches us and it comes into contact with us, but if we push that away, so that's not the negativity, we're not going to let that enter into our lives. That's not going to come into us. It's going to remain external. We can remain pure. We can remain upbeat. We can remain positive. But once it goes inside, even if it doesn't touch us, but once it's inside us, and it comes into us, it already affects who we are. It already gives some sort of negativity to us that's very difficult to get away. But how do we keep it sealed? So there's different ways to keep it sealed. Maybe we could seal it with fear or some other ways, but the best way to keep it sealed is to remember who we are. When I was growing up, there was a saying in Yiddish, "Sapasnish," means it's not becoming for you, it's beneath you. That's not something that you should be doing. So why is that? Because that means you have to remember that not only, like all of humanity, we created the image of God. You're a Jewish person, and you have a special place. God doesn't only create winners. You are something special. And the Vilna Gaon teaches us, if we would know our greatness, we would never ever sin. It's because we forget who we are. We forget our greatness. We forget the specialness, that we're the chosen people, and every single person has what to bring that only that person can do. So we use that, we seal that, and we use that to seal our vessels and keep the negativity at bay, keep it outside. Say, we're not going to let that enter our lives. We're only going to focus on the positivity and keep all the negative forces and energies that are always surrounding us. We keep them at bay, we keep them outside, even if they touch us. If we say that's not who we are, we don't let it enter into us, then we can remain tahar. And that's the lesson perhaps of the klicharis, of the earthenware vessel in the Paraduma. With this message, I wish everybody a fabulous Shabbos. All the best.